Let's try again. Stream just died for no reason because my internet sucks. Don't know. And have to start again. Cheers. Hello again. What the hell was that, man? Welcome back to my amazing channel. That was great. Does this one work now? Yeah. Because I started streaming 5 minutes ago and then my internet died and then OBS decided let's just end the stream. And now I have to do it again. Alright, let's try again. Is the stream gonna die again? No, good. What is this? Alright, we've got some planes. Nice, that's what I need. Gonna import that. Oh, it's not even 4K. Well. Oh well. Alright, that's one of them. Got some jet. Those look like the only two good shots. What else? Oh yeah, missiles. I don't know which ones to do. That one's pretty good. Debris. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. That one I can use. That's okay. Cool lighting. No, it's not, that's just in the background. It's actually with Harry, but I can't find him. It's this idiot here. The lighting sucks. Oh great, I can't even go through each image, so that's good. Harry, I just did so many shots in the light, like, I don't know. So many images. What else do we have? That's pretty cool. All right. Here's the problem. The images, they're not even 4K, but I can upscale them when I choose which one is good. Firstly, I need to do a rough layout because I don't know which one I'm using yet. So for the plane, I can't do this background, it's too bright. I need to just make a color. Right. Which one has better lighting? That one's okay. Don't like that one. Alright, let's just do the ones I don't like. That's okay. That's okay. That one's green. That one sucks. I kind of like that. And that. Not that. That one I like. That one's too dark. That one looks the same. I like that one as well. These go in the reject pile. Yeah, I could do silhouettes. Good idea. Ah, nice and rainy. Cheers, Dan. MGL Star Wars. This is probably the last video before I have to sell my PC. So I have to finish it soon. So rejects, that's the jet. Oh, I love that. Look at that lighting. And that doesn't look good either. That's okay. I don't know, that's it. Okay, so my neighbor just dropped something upstairs. What? So this one, can you even see what I'm doing? Yes, that one's cool. Imagine spending this much time on a thumbnail, but you know, it's worth it. That one's cool. That one's a reject. Now I need some debris. Luckily, I had some somewhere. Oh, these are the jets. See, like, I can just cut that out and use that debris. Missile. Oh, that's a nice missile. Use that missile. That one's kind of meh. That one's the same, so I don't need that. This is another jet angle that I like, but I don't know if I'll use that one or the other one, but it's still nice. So there's that one. That one's got slightly better lighting, but it's blurry. That's a bit weird. I swear I had a better image than that. Why does it look weird? Because you got the hi. Why am I talking? I don't know. Oh, the lighting is cool in that. That was fine. That was okay. That was okay. That one looks a bit sinister. I don't know. I'll keep it. And then we need one of Hazza. See, I don't know. The lighting on that one looks just a bit. Let's try that. I really don't know, to be honest. Like this. Oh, what the hell? No. Where's that good one? That one. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, but these aren't raw, so I might have to go in. I've got some AI raw thing somewhere, wherever it's called, JPEG to raw. Now let's just do an overlay. Okay. See, that could work. Like that. I don't know. Does it look good? Kind of like that. I'm not sure. This is going to take a while. Or we use this angle, which is a bit better. And we do it like this. Like we flip it. And then we get the plane here and missiles like that, and yeah, that could work. Doesn't look good, but yeah, I just exported it straight. I didn't do any raw crap. Yeah, so there's that. Let me just do a little mask, like it's gonna suck, but amazing Photoshop right here. Okay. What is that? So he's there, and then we get. Where's my jet? Like, can flip that maybe. Yeah. Oh, I should on the other side angle. Like there. This is so fucking bad. And do this. Extreme jet. Put it behind him. So that's like that. I don't know. I don't know, man. And then like this. Maybe. Should have moved it a bit to there, that side. I could end the stream at any moment, by the way, I just don't know. I had a vision in my head, but it just doesn't look as good. So maybe this. No. I don't know. How do I transform? I forgot. I forgot the shortcut. Oh well. Flip horizontal doesn't work again. Why? Oh, it does. The perspective isn't right. What do you mean by that? Yeah, but I couldn't get it to render properly, so like this is the best I kind of have. I kind of wanted him close up in the foreground and then like, you know what I mean? That's not bad. It's like aiming right at him. And then that's there, and then this plane, I don't know. Oh, it could be like that. It's just, I don't know the lighting, if that sucks or what. Flip. Nah, maybe it's just the image that sucks. That's okay. That one's got slightly better lighting, maybe I can use that one. Okay. Man. The 3 lines, which one was that? I forgot. I'm gonna cut it out anyway, like it's gonna be brighter anyway. It's just, I'm trying to get the layout. Like, he's facing that way, this one's facing this way. Like that, oh, I can't even draw it, and that's facing the wrong way as well. It's all the wrong perspective. Didn't even plan it properly, I just like rendered anything. Okay, that's a bit better. Even though British Airways is now flipped, okay. How do you get rid of this heart symbol thing in the chat? Yeah. But then I want some negative space, like, you know. So I think it's better if I just cut it out and have a better idea, really. Like, I know I'm going to use either that or the other jet image, so it's like nothing else I'm going to use. It's either that or... So I kind of like the lighting in this one. It's just really cool. So even that's better, I think. Once you cut out Harry properly, or something, I don't know. And then, nah. What was that? No. Yes, I will. Alright, let's just edit the image, I guess. Not sure really. What even? Which ones am I even using? These. These can go away. Okay. So, what should I do? The jet or the other jet? Or Harry? Harry's gonna take so long, man. Look at that. Oh. Luckily, it's low poly. Doesn't really matter, but man, I can do this jet. something like this. Or just like, there you go, it's the thumbnail. I'm gonna cut out all this, brighten it a little bit. Like, oh. Smart objects, I don't care. You know, make it like that. I don't care if it's raw, it doesn't really matter, does it? Or does it matter? Should I convert it to raw? I can always do it later because it's a smart object. I can just open it and change it. Yes, it's good. Alright. Woohoo, my favourite part. Let's just sit here and watch me do this for like 20 minutes. Before I do that, usually I do a red background because it's very contrasting. And then it appears. And this is a quick way to do this. This is what it's going to be. Actually, I should have done an adjustment layer to brighten it. I can't even tell, my eyes are burning. I'll just do that for now. Oops. I was gonna add a just so I can see. What's the best feeling? What is? Look at that. See the pixels. Oh yeah, the best feeling is masking. I don't know why, it's just so satisfying, man. It's like just cutting it out and placing it nice and smooth. Sometimes I mask and I don't even realize it's not even part of the model, and I just do it for like extra 5 minutes. But the worst feeling is when you accidentally double click and it just closes the loop of the mask and you've ruined it. That's the worst. So don't click too quick or you're gonna actually ruin everything. I should probably save this. This is the best feeling in the world, look. I love this. Oh. Yeah, that is true. Oh man. What year is it? Whoops. Whoops, I just ruined it. Just wait for this to load. You got a mid-roll, what? I didn't add that. Sorry. Okay, then I usually do a rough thing like this because I don't know, to be honest. Luckily it's just a jet, it's not like a living thing, otherwise it takes too long. It's kind of jagged anyway. And low poly. Thank God for low poly. Because I can just do this. Or I can just make it look higher poly by making it like that. Yep. Whoa, we're getting there. Oops. What are you talking about curry for? Oh man. The only thing I'm cutting out is the jet and Larry, whatever his name is. Forgot. Problem is I don't know which image I'm using, so I'm gonna have to do it like multiple times unless I can make it work. But I don't know. Or I do what I did last time and just spend hours doing a thumbnail and then just decide to do a simple one and ruin it. Is this part of the jet? Oh, I hate Windows, man. I'm gonna have to do a mask on that. But like 30% opacity or whatever. Is that part of the jet? I don't know. Yay, we're done. Oops. Oh, we're not. Crap. Hey. For wellness. For a plane at me. Did you hear that? Someone's having an argument upstairs. Did you hear that? What the hell? This woman was screaming upstairs. Like down the hall there, this family were having like the worst argument once, and I like recorded it from the hallway because I was just waiting for the lift. And holy crap! It took like, I think I still have it somewhere. It's crazy. Did you actually hear that? I'm not. There you go. There's the plane. Whatever. Wow, is it that dark? Wait a minute. What? No. What did I just do? Wait. Tell me I wasn't editing the wrong one. Oh my god. Fucking. I can still use it as oh my god, man. I was painting the bloody red stupid layer. I've done that in the past at work. I've spent hours and fuck, it doesn't matter, I can still use it. I keep forgetting how to do it though. Is it like that? Oh god. What have I done? Select the plane shape in the red image. Wait. Let me. I hate doing this, man. It's so annoying. Got so many bloody layers. I can't even tell what I'm doing. So this is the layer I have. Let's get rid of this. So I've got a mask. What if I just make it white? And then put it over this. Why does it come out like not full? That doesn't make sense. Why does it do that? New mask from selection. Okay, I'll try that in a minute. If it doesn't work, I'll try that. Because I've done this like a million times where I have to replace it, but no. Let me rasterize layer style. Why is it blue? What? Huh? What the fuck? Why is it blue? Oh, what? Oh my god, I'm so confused. Why is it doing... Oh, wait. Oh, fuck me. I hate this. Okay. Now, will it do it? It's not even selecting it now. Fuck. Worst life. Wow, it didn't work. It's still... I don't get it. It's still like... It should be completely... You know... Transparent, what's the word? I don't know. But why does it not do it all the way? I'm not sure what you mean. Because white should be, you know, pure white, like, I don't know what do you mean select it? Oh my god. Unless there's a layer that I don't know is active or something. Oh wait. Oh, I was just viewing the bloody mask layer. It did work. Okay. Problem solved. I just had that selected by accident. Well, thanks everyone, but I did it. Of course, when I'm doing it live, I make that mistake. I've done it 1,000 times, but obviously when I'm doing it live, I decide to make a shape layer. And just quickly do that, and it's done. God, that took too long. Hey, we got it. Don't need this. Well, maybe. Let's just do a grey building. What the hell is it doing? Why is it that color? I didn't say do that color. What the hell? I've never seen that in my life. Why is it not showing as blue? What mode am I in? How is that the same color though? Sorry, what? Oh, exposure. Fuck. It was exposure layer. Yeah, I just saw it as well. Well, that took 3 hours. Nice. Cool. We have a jet now somewhere. Background? I don't know. Could use that. Makes sense, right? Just don't know, honestly. Could enlarge it, could 130 brightness. Why not? That's the thumbnail. I give up. We did it, guys. We saved Bristol. Oh no, that sucks. Sorry. Who voiced the what? That was Jigsaw. I could use the sky from this, that's pretty cool. Or or this background. And like blur it or something. You know what I mean? I should have done a background plate, but I didn't do it. Crap. Why didn't I do that? Should have done one of the sky or something. I didn't even do it. That's weird. Like some really cool... Like even that sky's nice. I could cheat and just cut it out. But would it be too boring otherwise? Seeing as it's covering the screen anyway. Fill. Not bad. That sucks. Whoops. I never know how to get rid of this stuff like that. It never looks right. Oh, whatever. What? What are you talking about? Never. Oh man. Like, obviously you've never heard of each other. I've known all the mods for several years personally. Like every single one of them actually. So you know, it's better that way. Personal connection. Harry Potter violates airspace. Look at that. Worst lighting ever. Is that gonna look good? Probably not, but that's not bad. The gun is right inside his thing there. The light, the perspective is a bit better on this one. Don't know why, but I kind of like it like that. But then his arm is covering the wing, so is that going to be weird or not? Maybe not. I kind of like that. Compared to this, I don't know. Look, this is what Clive thinks is acceptable. Yeah. He's like, oh, that's great, I approve that. And then when I do like even better, he's like, that sucks. Like, okay. How's that approve? Why would you approve that? Coming soon. Or he puts it there, like, that's great, thanks. Thanks, mate. Put the National Rail logo on the jet or something. Okay. I like this perspective. I also like this perspective. Is that a better one? I think that's a better one. Why did I ask if I already know? Jet is too big. Yes. Or is it too small? Or is it? Well, it doesn't matter really because it's like in the sky. I don't know if it really matters, but isn't that like a nice Fibonacci? Is it Fibonacci thing where it's like it looks like this or something? It's nice in that bit, whatever that looks like. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this looks nice. And then I can add the lights and the glare and the muzzle. And then the jet somewhere. This guy, like, somewhere here. I don't know. Who cares? And if I need to change the background, I can change the background. Like, to this. I don't know. Like a yeah, rule of thirds. That is true. What do you mean check? How are you watching? Oh my god. Man watches stream with a chair on his head. Oh, done. It's like actual life, and it's like 3 in the morning now or whatever. Yeah, I think that's a slightly better angle. I'm gonna cut it all out. He's got a chair over his head or something. That one, I'm not feeling it. I mean, maybe if the lighting is better. Well, I didn't do anything. I'm gonna tweak the lighting anyway. But I don't know. But then I kind of like this one. But then you can't see him anyway. You can't see his face. Yeah. I don't know. To be honest, I might do this one. It does look better. That doesn't look like... I don't know, it doesn't look... Okay. It's like it's the wrong way. It's another perspective doesn't look... Or maybe... maybe like that. I just do not know. Yeah. I don't know, because I don't want to edit one and then spend hours on it, and then I use the other one. Like, that one looks like he's mid-turning or something. It looks quite cool, that one. But then this one looks just cinematic in a way, like he said. Can I do vote on this stupid thing? Oh yeah, poll. So this is number 1. Let me type in 1, 2. Which one? I don't know. This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 1. Just imagine it cut out properly. This is number 2. Take your pick. Who cares anyway? And the winner is 2. Okay. I agree. Yeah, well, I can use the muzzle flash. Oh, I didn't even have one, but yeah, it does look nice. The lighting is also similar anyway. What do you mean, perspective of which? Yeah. Because this one looks like he's aiming at nothing. This one is actually like... Because I can fix the lighting. I can make it darker or whatever the hell. Like, you know, I could highlight stuff. Alright, well, apparently number 1, number 2 is... yeah, I played it. Oh yeah, that's true, yeah. But I can change that anyway. Fuck it. Let's do number 2. But I'll leave that there anyway. Oh, this is gonna take freaking ages. How do I reset a rotation? I don't even remember. With rotation. 0, 90. Okay. Okay. 18,000, no. 1900. There you go. I can't be bothered to change the perspective of it. Like, yeah, alright. Let's edit this. Oh, this is gonna take so long. Oh my god. And I'm gonna do it wrong again. I'm gonna add like a stupid red layer and do it wrong. Okay. Make sure not to do that again. Yeah. I'm gonna go for a walk in the rain. I might go after this stream. Harry Potter and the Broom of Weed. It's not a playback because it's currently 11:32, 14th of March, Canadian time, whatever that is. I don't know. What happened in the news today, so I can prove today is the right day. If you go on BBC News, it says Kamala Harris tours abortion clinic in historic first. Japanese baseball star unveils new wife's identity. FedEx truck hangs from bridge in New York State. Shap's plane GPS jammed near Russian territory. Al-Shabaab attacks hotel in Somali capital. Murder suspect stands for re-election in Australia. Trying to stay alive in a town of despair. Liverpool want to win every trophy possible for Klopp. Zimbabwe police hold sect leader and free children. Let's see. Judge rules computer science, not Bitcoin inventor. Marlboro firm sells 2.2 billion stake in Bud Light owner. What? The maker of Marlboro cigarettes, Altria Group, says it will sell more than 2.2 billion of shares in AB InBev, the owner of Bud Light and Stella Artois beer brands. The move will see Altria offloading 35 million AB InBev shares. The tobacco giant currently owns a stake of around 10% in the world's biggest brewer. Can't even say it. Bud Light sales have been hit after a US boycott over its work with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Bud Light faces a wave of criticism. Okay. Musician Kid Rock, NFL player Trey Waynes, and model Brie Teresi all shared videos of themselves shooting Bud Light cans. Why is that in the news? Alright, the end. Oh yeah, sorry. Clark's shoes from Brent Cross Shopping Centre or something. I used to have that text-to-speech plugin that would just read the news constantly, and it just was so weird. Like it would just, oh yeah, it would like read the chat of the comments. That's pretty funny. Maybe I'll play that while we do this. It's kind of funny to listen to. What was the name of it though? Let's see. It was really it was kind of I don't know, what was it called? Text to speech. Let me find it. Oh yeah, it's read aloud. And then you go to the chat. Extensions. And then YouTube. And you just read the comments like.
Editing a thumbnail with ambient music at night. Patreon, http URL. Twitter, http URL.
No,
Insta,
I don't want that.
http URL. Now just imagine he was working on an air conditioner midair with the other hand while shooting at a jet. I feel like you could fix the lighting easier than the perspective on the other one. Multiply the jet, make a full squadron chase Harry. Anyone joining sees the pole with no context and a man in solitude with ambience. I can't tell if it watching a live stream or a playback, doesn't matter. As long and we're all in it together we will all be okay. Hip hip hooray.
Oh yeah, wait, it's here. I've got the chat open actually. What the hell's that?
Top chat. Chat.
What? I didn't even read it.
Top chat. Callum. It's 3:33 a.m. My current location is IV306 HP. Which one? 2, 56%. 1, 43%. Poll complete. 30 votes. Chat.
It doesn't really work.
Top chat. Which one? 2, 56%. 1, 43%. Poll complete. 30 votes. Chat.
It doesn't read anything. Like, it's not reading the freaking chat.
Top chat. Which one? 2.
That's great. Thanks for that. Let's just make it read the news or something. Like BBC News. I don't know, to be honest. Read this page. Oh, you can select it.
Most watched. 1. Watch. FedEx truck hangs from bridge in New York State. 2. Watch. BBC World Service. 3. Watch. Massive fireball rips through Chinese restaurant. 4. Watch.
It did
How
it
is the
again.
world responding to Haiti unrest?
Did it again.
Also in news. Iconic Concorde jet taken across Hudson River to museum. The retired aircraft, known for flying across the Atlantic Ocean in less than 3 hours, underwent a restoration. 7 hours ago. US and Canada. Kamala Harris tours abortion clinic in historic first. Her fellow Democrats are seeking to make abortion one of the defining issues of November's US elections. 6 hours ago. US and Canada. Town's $565,000 sand dune project washed away in days. It aimed to protect Massachusetts seaside homes with 14,000 tons of sand, but lasted just 3 days. 10 hours ago. US and Canada. Russian schoolbook urges teens to fight in Ukraine. The textbook will be part of a subject taught by former soldiers in Russia and occupied Ukraine. 2 days ago. Europe. FedEx truck hangs from bridge in New York State. The driver was able to exit the cabin without any injuries after the vehicle crashed and rolled over in Pittsford. 9 hours ago. US and Canada. Japan courts again say same-sex marriage ban is illegal. LGBT and activists hail the legal win but say real reform is still up to a conservative legislature. 19 hours ago. Asia. Why a college basketball team voted to unionize. As US organized labor participation reaches record highs, athletes at an Ivy League institution are joining in. Most read. 1. A ball of barnacles wins Wildlife Photo Award. 2. Father of school gunman convicted of manslaughter. 3. Japanese baseball star unveils new wife's identity. 4. What Russians are being told about Putin's re-election. 5. Elon Musk's Starship goes farther than ever. 6. Australian farm grows world's biggest blueberry. 7. Tapeworm larvae in brain linked to underdone bacon. 8. Meghan launches surprise new lifestyle brand. 9. Banned Valeva given 56 medications and supplements. 10. Chaps's plane GPS jammed near Russian territory. Sport. Liverpool want to win every trophy possible for Klopp. Defender Conor Bradley says Liverpool want to win every trophy possible for departing boss Jurgen Klopp as the club reached the Europa League quarter-finals. 4 hours ago. European football. England have watched record France defeat, George. Captain Jamie George says England have reviewed footage of last year's record home defeat by France.
I want to read this page. How do I read this?
Track 25.
How do I change the voice?
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology to convert web page text to audio. It works on a variety of websites.
I have to sign in to use a premium voice.
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox.
Read Aloud es una extensión de Chrome y Firefox que utiliza tecnología de conversión de texto a voz para convertir el texto de una página web en...
Alright, let's read this page. I don't know, to be honest. Some Spanish guy reading it or something.
Terac 25. Radiotherapy machine involving 6 accidents. The Terac 25 is a computer controlled radiation therapy machine produced by Atomic Energy of Canada Limited, AECL, in 1982 after the Terac 6...
I can't... It needs to be like... English. It's... Why is it like... There's no English. Just... English...
Read Aloud is a Chrome and Firefox extension that uses text-to-speech technology to convert web page text to audio. It works on a Terac 25
There we go.
radiotherapy machine involved in 6 accidents. The Terac 25 is a computer-controlled radiation therapy machine produced by Atomic Energy of Canada Limited, ACL, in 1982 after the Terac 6 and Terac 20 units. The earlier units had been produced in partnership with Compagnie Générale de Radiologie, CGR, of France, but 1. The Terac 25 was involved in at least 6 accidents between 1985 and 1987, in which patients were given massive overdoses of radiation. 2. 425 because of concurrent programming errors, also known as race conditions. It sometimes gave its patients radiation doses that were hundreds of times greater than normal, resulting in death or serious injury. 3. These accidents highlighted the dangers of software control of safety-critical systems, and they have become a standard case study in health, informatics, software engineering, and computer ethics.
Oh, it just decided.
Additionally, the overconfidence of the engineers, 2. 428 and lack of proper due diligence to resolve reported software bugs are highlighted as an extreme case where the engineers' overconfidence in their initial work and failure to believe the end user's claims caused drastic repercussions. History. Linear accelerator. Animation of the operation of a medical-use linear accelerator. The French company CGR manufactured the Neptune and Sagittaire linear accelerators. In the early 1970s, CGR and the Canadian public company Atomic Energy of Canada Limited, ACL, collaborated on the construction of linear accelerators controlled by a DC PDP-11 mini computer, the Therac 6, which produced X-rays of up to 6 MeV, and the Therac 20, which could produce X-rays or electrons of up to 20 MeV. The computer added some ease of use because the accelerator could operate without it. CGR developed the software for the Therac 6 and reused some subroutines for the Therac 24. In 1981, the two companies ended their collaboration agreement. ACL developed a new double-pass concept for electron acceleration in a more confined space, changing its energy source from klystron to magnetron. In certain techniques, the electrons produced are used directly, while in others they are made to collide against a tungsten terminal DEC VT100. In 1981, the two companies ended their collaboration agreement. ACL developed 5 machines were installed in the United States and 6 in Canada, 4. After the accidents, in 1988 ACL dissolved the AECL medical section and the company Theratronics International Ltd took over the maintenance of the installed Therac 25 machines. 5. Design. The machine had 3 modes of operation, with a turntable moving some apparatus into position for each of those modes, either a light, some scan magnets, or a tungsten target and flattener. 6. A field light mode, which allowed the patient and collimator to be correctly positioned by illuminating the treatment area with visible light. Direct electron beam therapy, in which a narrow, low-current beam of high energy, 5 to 25 MeV, 0.80 to 4.01 pJ, electrons was scanned over the treatment area by magnets Wink with a frown. 6. Megavolt X-ray, or photon, therapy, which delivered a beam of 25 MeV X-ray photons. The X-ray photons are produced by colliding a high-current, narrow beam of electrons with a tungsten target. The X-rays are then passed through a flattening filter, and then measured using an X-ray ion chamber. The flattening filter resembles an inverted ice cream cone, and it shapes and attenuates the X-rays. The electron beam current required to produce the X-rays is about 100 times greater than that used for electron therapy. 6. Turntable rotation. The patient is placed on a fixed stretcher. Above them is a turntable to which the components that modify the electron beam are fixed. The turntable has a position for the X-ray mode, photons, another position for the electron mode and a third position for making adjustments using visible light. In this position an electron beam is not expected, and a light that is reflected in a stainless steel mirror simulates the beam. In this position there is no ion chamber acting as a radiation dosimeter because the radiation beam is not expected to function. The turntable has some microswitches that indicate the position to the computer. When the plate is in one of the 3 allowed fixed positions, a plunger locks it by interlocking. In this type of machine, electromechanical locks were traditionally used to ensure that the turntable was in the correct position before starting treatment. In the Therac 25, these were replaced by software checks. 6. Problem description. Simulated Therac 25 user interface. The 6 documented accidents occurred when the high-current electron beam generated in X-ray mode was delivered directly to patients. 2 software faults were to blame. 6. One was when the operator incorrectly selected X-ray mode before quickly changing to electron mode, which allowed the electron beam to be set for X-ray mode without the X-ray target being in place. A second fault allowed the electron beam to activate during field light mode, during which no beam scanner was active or target was in place. Previous models had hardware interlocks to prevent such faults, but the Therac 25 had removed them, depending instead on software checks for safety. The high-current electron beam struck the patients with approximately 100 times the intended dose of radiation, and over a narrower area, delivering a potentially lethal dose of beta radiation. The feeling was described by patient Ray Cox as an intense electric shock, causing him to scream and run out of the treatment room. 7. Several days later, radiation burns appeared, and the patients showed the symptoms of radiation poisoning. In 3 cases, the injured patients later died as a result of the overdose. 8. Radiation overexposure incidents. Kennestone Regional Oncology Center, 1985. A Therac 25 had been in operation for 6 months in Marietta, Georgia at the Kennestone Regional Oncology Center when, on June 3, 1985, applied radiation therapy treatment following a lumpectomy was being performed on 61-year-old woman Katie Yarbrough. She was set to receive a 10 MeV dose of electron therapy to her clavicle. When therapy began, she stated she experienced a tremendous force of heat, this red-hot sensation. The technician entered the room, to whom Katie stated, "You burned me." The technician assured her this was not possible. She returned home where, in the following days, she experienced reddening of the treatment area. Shortly after, her shoulder became locked in place and she experienced spasms. Within 2 weeks, the aforementioned redness spread from her chest to her back, indicating that the source of the burn had passed through her, which is the case with radiation burns. The staff at the treatment center did not believe it was possible for the Therac 25 to cause such an injury, and it was treated as a symptom of her cancer. Later, a hospital physicist consulted the AECL about the incident. He calculated that the applied dose was between 15,000 and 20,000 radians, radiation-absorbed dose, when she should have been dosed with 200 radians. A dose of 1,000 radians can be fatal. In October 1985, Katie sued the hospital and the manufacturer of the machine. In November 1985, the AECL was notified of the lawsuit. It was not until March 1986, after another incident involving the Therac 25, that the AECL informed the FDA that it had received a complaint from the patient. Due to the radiation overdose, her breast had to be surgically removed, and arm and shoulder were immobilized, and she was in constant pain. The treatment printout function was not activated at the time of treatment and there was no record of the applied radiation data. An out-of-court settlement was reached to resolve the lawsuit. 3. Ontario Cancer Foundation, 1985. Terminal DEC VT 100. The Therac 25 had been in operation in the clinic for 6 months when, on July 26, 1985, a 40-year-old patient was receiving her 24th treatment for cervical cancer. The operator activated the treatment, but after 5 seconds the machine stopped with the error message H-tilt, the treatment pause indication and the dosimeter indicating that no radiation had been applied. The operator pressed the P key, proceed, continue. The machine stopped again. The operator repeated the process 5 times until the machine stopped the treatment. A technician was called and found no problem. The machine treated 6 other patients on the same day. The patient complained of burning and swelling in the area and was hospitalized on July 30th. She was suspected of a radiation overdose and the machine was taken out of service. On November 3, 1985, the patient died of cancer, although the autopsy mentioned that if she had not died then, she would have had to undergo a hip replacement due to damage from the radiation overdose. A technician estimated that she received between 13,000 and 17,000 radians. The incident was reported to the FDA and the Canadian Radiation Protection Bureau. The AECL suspected that there might be an error with 3 microswitches that reported the position of the turntable. The AECL was unable to replicate a failure of the microswitches and microswitch testing was inconclusive. They then changed the method to be tolerant of 1 failure and modified the software to check if the turntable was moving or in the treatment position. Afterward, the AECL claimed that the modifications represented a 5 order of magnitude increase in safety. The 3. Yakima Valley Memorial Hospital, 1985. In December 1985, a woman developed an erythema with a parallel band pattern after receiving treatment from a Therac 25 unit. Hospital staff sent a letter on January 31, 1986 to the AECL about the incident. The AECL responded in 2 pages detailing the reasons why radiation overdose was impossible on the Therac 25, stating both machine failure and operator error were not possible. 6 months later, the patient developed chronic ulcers under the skin due to tissue necrosis. She had surgery and skin grafts were placed. The patient continued to live with minor sequelae. 3. East Texas Cancer Center, Tyler, March 1986. Over 2 years, this hospital treated more than 500 patients with the Therac 25 with no incident. On March 21, 1986, a patient presented for his 9th treatment session for a tumor on his back. the treatment was set to be 22 MeV of electrons with a dose of 180 radians in an area of 10 by 17 centimeters, with an accumulated radiation in 6 weeks of 6,000 radians. The experienced operator entered the session data and realized that she had written an X instead of an E as the type of treatment. With the cursor, she went up and changed the X to an E, and since the rest of the parameters were correct, she pressed enter until she got down to the command box. All parameters were marked verified and the message "Raise ready" was displayed. She hit the B key, beam on. The machine stopped and displayed the message malfunction 54, error 54. It also showed treatment pause. The manual said that the malfunction 54 message was a dose input 2 error. A technician later testified that dose input 2 meant that the radiation delivered was either too high or too low. The radiation monitor, dosimeter, marked 6 units supplied when it had demanded 202 units. The operator pressed P, proceed, continue. The machine stopped again with the message malfunction 54, error 54, and the dosimeter indicated that it had delivered fewer units than required. The surveillance camera in the radiation room was offline and the intercom had been broken that day. With the first dose, the patient felt an electric shock and heard a crackle from the machine. Since it was his 9th session, he realized that it was not normal. He started to get up from the table to ask for help. At that moment, the operator pressed P to continue the treatment. The patient felt a shock of electricity through his arm, as if his hand was torn off. He reached the door and began to bang on it until the operator opened it. A physician was immediately called to the scene, where they observed intense erythema in the area, suspecting that it had been a simple electric shock. He sent the patient home. The hospital physicist checked the machine and, because it was calibrated to the correct specification, it continued to treat patients throughout the day. The technicians were unaware that the patient had received a massive dose of radiation between 16,500 to 25,000 rads in less than a second over an area of 1 cm superscript 2. The crackling of the machine had been produced by saturation of the ionization chambers, which had the consequence that they indicated that the applied radiation dose had been very low. Over the following weeks, the patient experienced paralysis of the left arm, nausea, vomiting, and ended up being hospitalized for radiation-induced myelitis of the spinal cord. His legs, mid-diaphragm, and vocal cords ended up paralyzed. He also had recurrent herpes simplex skin infections. He died 5 months after the overdose. From the day after the accident, EECL technicians checked the machine and were unable to replicate error 54. They checked the grounding of the machine to rule out electric shock as the cause. The machine was back in operation on April 7, 1986. 3. East Texas Cancer Center, Tyler, April 1986.
This just gets worse.
On April 11, 1986, a patient was to receive electron treatment for skin cancer on the face. The prescription was 10 MeV for an area of 7 by 10 centimeters. The operator was the same as the one in the March incident, 3 weeks earlier. After filling in all the treatment data, he realized that he had to change the mode from X to E. He did so and pressed enter to go down to the command box. As beam ready was displayed, he pressed P, proceed, continue. The machine produced a loud noise, which was heard through the intercom. Error 54 was displayed. The operator entered the room and the patient described a burning sensation on his face. The patient died on May 1, 1986. The autopsy showed severe radiation damage to the right temporal lobe and brainstem. The hospital physicist stopped the machine treatments and notified the AECL. After strenuous work, the physicist and operator were able to reproduce the error 54 message. They determined that speed in editing the data entry was a key factor in producing error 54. After much practice, he was able to reproduce the error 54 at will. The AECL stated they could not reproduce the error and they only got it after following the instructions of the physicist so that the data entry was very rapid. 3. Yakima Valley Memorial Hospital, 1987. On January 17, 1987, a patient was to receive a treatment with 2 film verification exposures of 4 and 3 rads, plus a 79 radiance photon treatment for a total exposure of 86 rads. Film was placed under the patient and 4 rads were administered through a 22 cm x 18 cm opening. The machine was stopped, the aperture was opened to 35 cm x 35 cm and a dose of 3 radians was administered. The machine stopped. The operator entered the room to remove the film plates and adjust the patient's position. He used the hand control inside the room to adjust the turntable. He left the room, forgetting the film plates. In the control room, after seeing the beam ready message, he pressed the B key to fire the beams. After 5 seconds, the machine stopped and displayed a message that quickly disappeared. Since the machine was paused, the operator pressed P, proceed, continue. The machine stopped, showing flatness as the reason. The operator heard the patient on the intercom, but could not understand him, and entered the room. The patient had felt a severe burning sensation in his chest. The screen showed that he had only been given 7 radians. A few hours later, the patient showed burns on the skin in the area. 4 days later, the reddening of the area had a banded pattern similar to that produced in the incident the previous year, and for which they had not found the cause. The AECL began an investigation, but was unable to reproduce the event. The hospital physicist conducted tests with film plates to see if he could recreate the incident. 2 X-ray parameters with the turntable in field-like position. The film appeared to match the film that was left by mistake under the patient during the accident. It was found the patient was exposed to between 8,000 and 10,000 radians instead of the prescribed 86 radians. The patient died in April 1987 from complications due to radiation overdose. The relatives filed a lawsuit that ended with an out-of-court settlement. 3. Root causes. A commission attributed the primary cause to general poor software design and development practices rather than single out specific coding errors. In particular, the software was designed so that it was realistically impossible to test it in a rigorous, automated way. 648 additional citations needed. Researchers who investigated the accidents found several contributing causes. These included the following institutional causes. ACL did not have the software code independently reviewed and chose to rely on in-house code, including the operating system. ACL did not consider the design of the software during its assessment of how the machine might produce the desired results and what failure modes existed, focusing purely on hardware and asserting that the software was free of bugs. Machine operators were reassured by AECL personnel that overdoses were impossible, leading them to dismiss the Therac 25 as the potential cause of many incidents. 428. ACL had never tested the Therac 25 with the combination of software and hardware until it was assembled at the hospital. The researchers also found several engineering issues. Several error messages merely displayed the word malfunction followed by a number from 1 to 64. The user manual did not explain or even address the error codes, nor give any indication that these errors could pose a threat to patient safety. The system distinguished between errors that halted the machine, requiring a restart, and errors which merely paused the machine, which allowed operators to continue with the same settings using a key press. However, some errors which endangered the patient merely paused the machine, and the frequent occurrence of minor errors caused operators to become accustomed to habitually unpausing the machine. One failure occurred when a particular sequence of keystrokes was entered on the VT100 terminal which controlled the PDP-11 computer. If the operator were to press X2, erroneously, select 25 MeV photon mode, then use cursor up to edit the input to E2, correctly, select 25 MeV electron mode, then enter. All within 8 seconds of the first key press and well within the capability of an experienced user of the machine, the edit would not be processed and an overdose could be administered. These edits were not noticed as it would take 8 seconds for startup, so it would go with the default setup. 6. The design did not have any hardware interlocks to prevent the electron beam from operating in its high energy mode without the target in place. The engineer had reused software from the Therac 6 and Therac 20, which used hardware interlocks that masked their software defects. Those hardware safeties had no way of reporting that they had been triggered, so pre-existing errors were overlooked. The hardware provided no way for the software to verify that sensors were working correctly. The table position system was the first implicated in Therac 25's failures, the manufacturer revised it with redundant switches to cross-check their operation. The software set a flag variable by incrementing it, rather than by setting it to a fixed non-zero value. Occasionally an arithmetic overflow occurred, causing the flag to return to 0 and the software to bypass safety checks. Levison notes that a lesson to be drawn from the incident is to not assume that reused software is safe. Frowny face 9. A naive assumption is often made that reusing software or using commercial off-the-shelf software will increase safety because the software will have been exercised extensively. Reusing software modules does not guarantee safety in the new system to which they are transferred. 6. In response to incidents like those associated with Therac 25, the IEC 62304 standard was created, which introduces development lifecycle standards for medical device software and specific guidance on using software of unknown pedigree. 10. See also: Computer ethics, High integrity software, IEC 62304, Ionizing radiation, List of civilian radiation accidents, Radiation protection, Radioactive scrap metal, List of orphan source incidents, 1962 Mexico City radiation accident, Goiânia accident, Nuclear and radiation accidents and incidents, Ciudad Juarez cobalt-60 contamination incident, Samet Prakan radiation accident, 1990 Clinic of Zaragoza radiotherapy accident. References.
And that is the story of the Therac 25 radiation accident. Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, it's, well, you know, life. What time is it? Oh. This thumbnail is turning out pretty cool. Lighting, getting there. Need to add missiles. Self-leveling concrete, yeah, sure. After that I'm going for a walk. I need to sneeze. Oh, it's not even that long, this website, but oh well. This page, I mean.
Self-leveling concrete. Self-leveling concrete being applied to a kitchen floor. Self-leveling concrete has polymer-modified cement that has high flow characteristics and, in contrast to traditional concrete, does not require the addition of excessive amounts of water for placement. Self-leveling concrete is typically used to create a flat and smooth surface with a compressive strength similar to or higher than that of traditional concrete prior to installing interior floor coverings. Self-leveling concrete has increased in popularity as the degree of flatness and smoothness required for floor covering products has increased, with vinyl goods becoming thinner and floor tiles becoming larger, for example. Self-consolidating, or self-compacting, concrete, SCC, is a separate type of highly mobile, fluid, concrete formulation, which is based on superplasticizers, and is therefore also somewhat self-leveling. History. Self-leveling concrete was invented in 1952 by Axel Carlsson from Sweden. The first product was a combination of wood glue, fine sand and cement with additives. 1. It was called Flitzpackel, which directly translates to floating putty. The term self-leveling can be traced back to a patent applied by the company Lafarge in 1997. 2. The term is used to differentiate it from traditional concrete, which is typically stiffer and requires more labor to get into place and finish with a trowel. Application. In the category of self-leveling concrete there are two main groups of materials, underlayments and toppings. An underlayment is installed over an existing subfloor to smooth it out and correct any surface irregularities prior to the installation of all types of floor coverings, including sheet vinyl, vinyl composition tile, VCT, wood, ceramic tile and carpet. A topping performs a similar function but acts as the actual finished floor without the need for a floor covering. Some typical applications for concrete toppings include warehouse floors, light industrial applications, retail stores, and institutional facilities. Concrete toppings can also receive color, stains, saw cuts, or mechanical polishing to produce a decorative concrete finish to our surface. When self-leveling concrete is poured, it has a viscosity similar to that of pancake batter. A gauge rake is used to move it into place without spreading it too thin. The finishing is then done by lightly breaking the surface tension of the product using a tool called a smoother. The polymers in the self-leveling mix keep the viscosity of the product such that it remains uniform in composition from top to bottom without the sand aggregate sinking to the bottom of the installed layer. The typical installation thickness of these products is about 1/4 inch, 6 mm, to ensure there is enough mass present for the material to flow, although some self-leveling text is available under the Creative Commons. 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 Holocore, 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 Void, Holocore, 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 Holocore.
What? Alright. That's the end of the video. The stream, sorry. Yeah. What the hell was that? Is there any music I can play? I've kind of given up doing this stuff now. So, how about alright, end of the stream. Yeah, that was fun. How I did it all for audio. What did I do? I converted it to the worst file quality ever, like 1 kilobyte audio, I think. That was it. Cool. See ya.